All right, we are here over at Steve's. Oh, I'm gonna set this down over here. Oh, come get Steve. There he is. There's the man. What's going on, boss? Well,
my dog emissary over. That is 100% better. Well, that 100% better would be perfect.
it would be brand spanking new.
90% better.
I stayed away from your outer edge. That's why this is a little fogged through here.
Yeah, that's fine. So it's still flat.
Yeah, it seals up good. Like I said, we can probably hit it with a little Windex or something like that. It's probably still got a little bit of rubbing compound on it.
Oh, okay.
But I looked at it. I figured, you know, if I'm this far away from the car or anything like that, I don't think anybody's really going to see it.
No, it's still clear. So that I think that's good. And I mean, you've got the same kind of lights on there, so people. That's good. It's awesome. Sweet. All right, put it on.
All right, let's get it on. Ha ha! Getting my big old fat fingers in there, trying to get this little Allen out. It's almost there. Almost there. Okay, so there's that. Now, that's the front section. Now we got to get the actual lid all the way around, so curious how sealed up he's got this thing. Joys of being short. Almost need a step stool for this thing. So you still running the same LS in the Camaro?
Oh yeah, has been out, not that way.
Like I say, I didn't know after the accident if it like effed it up or.
Medium is fine.
Perfect.
Even turbo is fine.
Really?
And down low, down there.
Okay. I don't know if it was going to be like, we're going to try to sneak this thing into the sevens or something like that.
Never.
No. Now that was still like a stock block.
Stock block, Johnny had 1,300 horse. Yeah, I did a turtle then, but we only tried to 19 to go to 20 on boost, and we'll put gasket.
Okay. So then that was the first motor that you did with diesel?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Now, if you guys want to see what I ended up doing to get the intake to kind of sort of come back to life, check it out. I'm going to do it at the end of the video. That way you can see everything of how I sanded it, what I did to kind of bring it to here. If you guys are willing to check that out, I really appreciate it big time. If not, hey man, I hope you keep enjoying everything. Don't forget to hit that share, like, the subscribe. Those shares really do matter, my friends. Let's get back to working on the car. All right, so we are ready to yank this bad boy off. I just figured like a big hammer and a chisel. I think I can just pop this thing right out, no problem. So there's the old wooden lid. We'll be putting this one on. But if you guys are curious, hey, what's it look like inside the intake manifold? Steve's going through and cleaning everything up, but that is what she's looking like. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Hopefully we don't have to put on extra silicone for the the plastic lid.
No, it's not too bad. So we'll put a little bead of silicone on it. This one's for
This is for the base. This is for the cover. These were still not long enough, because I know these are longer than the front ones you originally had.
It's definitely quartered. What? Nick. Oh, shoot. All right. You got this back out there. I need to drill these holes out because I need to use a different elbow on it when I did it. Dang it.
Okay, we're all buttoned down, ready to rock and roll. There's where we're looking. You can see in all your ports really well. Everything turned out all right. Like I said before, my goal was just to be able to make sure that was clear. You guys could actually see inside here. Again, it's probably about that 75–80%, but I think she turned out pretty well. What you think, boss?
Looks good.
There we go. And he even was nice enough to put the Christmas lights up for you guys today. So that's looking pretty. All right, now that we got the lid put on, that's looking pretty, everything looking great. We are gonna go through and we're gonna change out the struts. Steve ended up just getting a new set of these AFCO struts, and these are obviously gonna be now for the small tire radial stuff. So we gotta get these switched around, old stuff taken off, get rid of that, and then we'll have this ready to rock and roll because this is going to be in the AFCO booth. So that's where you guys will see this thing. Okay, so the AFCOs are all mounted up, ready to rock and roll. It's about as far as I can get on this because we were having a problem with the brakes. Let me show you what I'm talking about. This is the bracket that originally was on his Strange setup. Now this, as you can see, mounts pretty good to here. Well, once we put it on the AFCO, there's no way that, if I'm lined up with that hole here, there's no way that it's gonna happen. We're a mile off. So Steve has got on order, hopefully they're gonna next day them out to him, the brackets that he's gonna need to be able to mount these TBM brakes, sorry. So, but that's how they are sitting right now. Still got to figure out where he's gonna put the canisters, if they're gonna go up front, if they're gonna go in the back here, but noticed that's where the tires are hitting some of the wiring. So having it back here, maybe, because he's not going to be able to roll it up too high because you're going to be in the way of this. So that's a couple of things he's going to have to figure out. I can dummy up the spindles, you know, put things on to where we can adjust ride height and go through and finish, you know, making sure the alignment and all that stuff's correct. So he's still got to go through all of that. But this is about as far as I can get it for him. I'm glad you're here. Obviously, you guys know about this. This is the SMX clear lid that Steve Morris ended up doing so many awesome dynos with, and being able to see inside the engine and watch what's going on with fuel injection, seeing how the reversion's working, high pressures, low pressures, closing off your throttle body, and actually seeing what happens inside here. The smoke show, 30 pounds of boost, all kinds of cool stuff happened with this. This got brought up to where he wanted to be able to do this, but with the way that it looks right now, as you can see, tell you what, I'll give you a little flashlight through this thing. As you can see, you can't really even see the light through this. And I mean, I can bring you right up to it. Yeah, you see all those cracks and everything in there? Well, again, if we want to be at PRI, we want this thing to look as good as what it did when it first was put on the motor. Can I get it there? I'm just gonna be honest, you guys, probably not. I'm gonna try to get it to at least 90% to where it's respectable, and Steve will be proud to put this on the car. We wanna be slow and steady, because this thing's important to Steve, and I wanna make sure it comes out good. So that is gonna be the plan. So let's get working on this thing, and hopefully we'll do, I just gave you the before with the flashlight shining through it. We'll do an after, and hopefully you'll be able to see my hand and the flashlight. So this is all I'm doing, and what I'm using is what I call a sponge pad. That's pretty much it. It's just going to absorb some of the pressure that I have when I'm kind of pushing hard. Also the fact that it will make my contour that I need. So these are really, really nice. These are like $5-6. So all I'm going to do is just lightly just work this area in here. Nothing too crazy. Like I said, if you do this with a DA, you take that risk unless you run it down low enough. But it's just trying to get through these contours. And I tell you what, you guys, feeling it with my hand, there's there's a lot of different shape in here where it's just, oh, it's just, no, there is a lot of shape in here that you really got to be able to work. So that's where this little sponge pad comes into play. It was really bad in this area. You can kind of see it like right in here. Well, it would be chunky all through the intake in this whole front section. Obviously now it's fogged away. Well, when I got into here, now you can see where I'm sanded through and there isn't really any cracks anymore. This is, I can tell you right now, that is 120. I'm surprised on how much I actually have to take out, but it's getting through. So I just wanted to show you that. I gotta get it cut all the way down to the starting point, and that's where I'm at. So I had to go all the way down to 120. So I am going to keep cracking at this, and then I'm going to get back into probably doing 320, and then I'm going to move my way upward, and then we'll finally, like I said before, we'll finish out with polishing. So now we are looking at 600 grit. Obviously I got it on a trash can. I got the light down inside there so I can see through here. Now this is just wet, but you can get the idea. That was that really nasty chunky corner. It's starting to show, you know, it's starting to get a little better. I still got to worry about this area, this, like I said, this skunk tail that's inside here, but you can actually see the bottom of the trash bin compared to what it was before. Now again, this is only 600. I still have to go through and go a little bit farther, but it's slowly starting to come along a little bit better. Like I said, it's not going to be perfect, you guys. I wish I could make it perfect, but it's not going to be there. But I am curious to see how it definitely turns out here. There's all my papers and everything else. Now, on the buffing portion of this, I got my wheels set up. I've already went through and cut it the first time. I am not using a heavy-duty rubbing compound on this, not at all. What I'm doing is I'm using just a machine polish, and then after that, I'm going to hit it with an ultra-fine machine polish. Now, I just want to make sure, because hitting it with 2000 grit, plus it's plastic, it's not steel or metal in that sense, how can I say this? It becomes fine really easy. So I don't need an aggressive rubbing compound on it. So I would do, let's say you would do on a car, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, I'm doing 2, 3. I'm not doing 1. If you get into that and you start cutting it too hard, you'll start really gouging into it. Now, it is not going to get rid of all the scratches. Guys, I probably went down, holy crap, from it being burned and the heat and everything else, it went through a lot more material than I thought it was, because holy crap. When I went to 600, I actually went back down again because I wasn't happy where it was at, and just sanded and sanded and sanded and sanded. And I mean, it's obviously, it's the next day, it's 4 o'clock. I'm probably 12 hours almost into this. I want this to look good, but I'm not, like I said, I've said it 100 times, I'm not going to get it perfect, but enough to put it on the car, and you can still be able to look through it when it's running and diagnose things. I guess that's probably my best thing. So I'm going to set you guys up. We're going to hit it with some polish, with the final polish of it. I'll clean that up, and we'll see what this thing turns out to look like. Well, now that this is at the actual end of the video, you guys already know what it looks like, but I don't know what it looks like, so let me see what it's going to look like. Let me clean this up, and we'll take a look and see what this thing looks like. All right, so there we go. It's not perfect, you guys. I'm sure on video, it's like, oh, wow, that looks brand spanking new. It's not. I can tell you right now, there's areas in this that are still kind of scratched up, and yeah, see, some of this stuff I just couldn't get rid of it all. Oh, that's just piece of the wheel. But it's better. I mean, obviously we can see right through this. If I put the camera right to it, there you go. Now you can see the imperfections. So, you guys at PRI that actually see it, are you going to be that close to it? No, you're not. You probably won't see it up close and it'll be like, wow, that thing looks perfect. I'm just showing you the imperfections because there's no secret squirrel stuff with me. It looks good. From 10 feet away, you're not going to be able to see anything, and that's what honestly matters. I hope you guys like it. I hope you dug it. Don't forget, check out the channel. We got all kinds of fun stuff going on here. This is the next thing that I'm working on, and we're going to throw this on Steve's hub dyno. And we already know the thing makes over 1,800 on the motor. I just want to make sure everything on this fuel pump and ignition and all that stuff and converter and everything are working good. So we'll see what we make to the wheels. But got a little bit to go on that. If you guys want to see that, that'll be some of the upcoming videos. And check out the library. You can see some cool stuff like the blown Camaro over there. That thing was a riot. We had that on Steve's dyno as well. Tons of fun stuff. And if you just made it here your first time, thanks for checking out the channel. I appreciate you. I hope you hit that subscribe button because it really does mean a lot. Share it, like it, send it out to your friends. Help me grow this channel, you guys, and I appreciate all of you. So, till we meet again, my friends, see ya!